Hello Taurus, this is the third time I've done your reading. Well, it isn't actually, it's just the third time I've set off to record. The first time I just went and had to delete it. And the second time I thought I'd pressed record. I'd just finished shuffling. I looked up and it had all gone blank. So I obviously hadn't pressed record. So here I go again. Hi Taurus, I hope you're well. Please guys, this can't be for every Taurus out here. Please, if you... Oh God. Please, if you want to check out your other placements, do so. This can't, like I say, can't be a message for all of you. You can find your placements by going on to Google. You just have to pop in, I think it's your date of birth and the time you were born. That will give you all your placements for your horoscopes, and you'll be able to check out my other videos as well. So I will start again. I did start on this first card, so we'll start on this one again. So the first thing that came out for me today for you guys was this Rest and Rejuvenate card. And the feeling I'm getting from this and all the cards that I've got, I just want to show you the green that's coming out on these cards. It's standing out to me like there's no tomorrow. And that is all about, obviously, the heart space. It's about you knowing. This feels like it's about you knowing you. It's about you being solid within yourself. It's about you knowing your true heart, you know, how you are as a person. It's about you knowing the real you. It's about your spiritual side as well as this. So, you know, when I say your spiritual side, I mean the whole fact that you know yourself, that you're going in on yourself, that you I don't know, it just feels with this card like you've been, if you don't meditate, you've been doing some kind of meditation that you haven't even realized you were doing, and that's about you connecting to self. You've been connecting to yourself, your inner you, your inner being, your inner intuition, your inner knowing. It's been about you. I get a feeling with a lot of you, you'll have been out of nature a lot just recently, and sort of really getting to grips with the balance of your own life and getting that little bit of a feeling on how to get that balance in your own life is what I want to say. Now, the next card that we've got up here is the Sacrifice card. This feels for me like you were in the past doing a lot of sacrificing. I've just had a bit of a similar reading actually for who have I just done? Aries. That a lot of that is about sacrifices, and I'm wondering if people have had a bit of a wake-up call, because I've just started doing them and looking back on the ones I've done. It is about, you know, the sacrifices we have made. And this one for me is more of a, just look at the card, more of where you could have moved forward, this sacrifice feels, because everybody's sacrifices have been different. This feels more like a situation where you could have moved forward in it, but you chose to get stuck, if that makes sense. So you chose to either not deal with it, not move forward with it. Here we are, look, with the transformation card. It does feel like you chose not to transform with it. It's like you chose not to ascend. You chose not to move up. You chose not to move forward. You decided to stay put. So, you know, you could have taken another job, another management job. You could have, you know, taken the step up within a relationship and made it a marriage instead of an engagement. Or, you know, you may have, you know, decided with somebody, no, I don't want to have kids. You know, it's where you've made that sacrifice. You've stuck yourself in the mud. You haven't moved forward. You didn't transform. You didn't make that massive change. Now, what I want to say is, this is where the heart comes in. This is where it is where you're finding yourself. It's about you getting ready to to make this transformation. It's about you suddenly being very open and very wise about what you're wanting to do. And that has been caused, like I say, by some kind of reflection, by some kind of spiritual awakening, I want to say. So that's about you waking up to yourself, like I said before, waking up to your inner self, your inner truth, and what you're actually wanting to do. And for some of you, that will be a case, blooming magpie, of you getting onto your spiritual path, of you getting onto a new way forward. And that'll be to do with you personally rather than probably the job that you're taking. It'll just be you being that little bit more enlightened. This is about, you know, spirit and people around you, giving you that spiritual support for you to grow within yourself, grow within your own heart, know where you're going, know what you want to do. So that transformation that you may have missed out from because you made yourself get a little bit stuck in the mud there and not move forward is going to come to fruition. I know this because we have the light card. That's about you actually asking now for this move forward. So I think this has come in before for you and you've actually either completely ignored it, completely missed it, or completely just didn't want to change your life, you know, and deal with anything at the time. But this time you're asking for that change. You're asking for that move forward. And that's what this card is showing me today, which moves us then on to the recognition and reward card. And this is all about you finally getting to where you want to be, finally wearing that medal. You know, this, for some reason, I've got a mayor. You know how we have mayors? I've got that in my mind, and it's like, you know, that person is well known within their village, within their community. They're doing things to help people. Not always, no, we don't always like what the councillors and stuff are doing, are we? But they are well known. They are part of the community. They are there to basically help things move along, to keep people in the right places, to be doing the right things, to be making the right decisions. They're making choices and things for other people. They're bowing their heads to other people. Their life revolves around other people. So if this is about you being on your spiritual path, this is what you're probably being made to be aware of. If not, if you're not on your spiritual path, as in you're not sort of open to that idea, it's about you acknowledging within yourself how other people do honour, I want to say honour and obey you. So maybe that's within your relationship, or maybe that's in the fact that you may decide to move a relationship forward. It's time for it to transform. It's time for you to get out of the mud and realise that it's time to move that on, because I did get the words honour and obey there. But if it isn't about you transforming in that, it's about you just transforming around everybody in your area. You'll probably end up doing things that are a little bit more out of your comfort zone. You'll be more recognised for something that you're doing, whether that be at work, whether that be on your street, in your neighbourhood, around friends. There's going to be something that's going to make you feel very rewarded in yourself, but very much looked upon by other people. This is coming divinely guided to you guys. So if you find that something like that's going on, just being aware and know that this is your path, whether you are on a spiritual one or you're not, whatever you believe, that's all come from that little bit of time out you've taken to look at yourself and your own heart space, to look at everything around you from a bigger perspective than you've ever looked at it. You've been quite, I'd say, a planted person, I want to say. It's like I can see somebody stood in a plant pot like this, not wanting to even grow some leaves or some trees, because you were quite happy just being you in your own little thing, doing what you're doing. Whereas now it's time for you to really open up and blossom and bloom. The transformations that you've missed out on in the past because you were too busy wanting to be stuck in your plant pot are all going to come forward. It's very spiritually guided. It's very much moved forward by the universe. It's very much you saying, yes, 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 I want to be guided. I want to come forward. I want to know where I'm meant to be going. And it's about you being recognised for what it is you're doing. So what a wonderful, wonderful message, Taurus. Let's see if there's anything else that comes out for you guys. Another little message, or whether this message to be continued. Let's see what we get. Taurus. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Taurus, anything. Taurus. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's see what we get with these. Read these out and see what you get. Lovely little reading there. Nice to see that you're going to be taking that plunge forward in something. It's time for you to take that step now. It's Stop holding yourself back. Oh, we've got another green card. It's all about your heart space at the moment. It's all about you freeing yourself and letting yourself go. What did I just say? It's all about you freeing yourself and letting yourself go. And then out comes the release and surrender card. Yeah. Soon I'm going to start pulling cards because I seem to get them in my mind's eye. Right. So here we go. So the ocean card, I'll just read this one to you. It says the deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean, allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. So that's your little message on that card. The thing that comes apparent to me for the message that's come in on this one is the fact that that person there is wrapped up in green cloth. And I'm sure, I can't remember it being green before, but it must have been. So that is the green cloth. And that's me again telling you that your heart chakra is fully open, awakened and working. And this is where this new inspiration has come from. This is where this light's come from for you to learn to, it feels more like you're going to learn to live with love in your heart. You're going to want to love and help and support other people. And that's where this recognition comes in. So that's for some of you. The release and surrender card, when I was on about letting go, it says, we shower you with blessings of radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms and heart to love and assistance. So it's about you opening up to love. It's about you letting go of your old stuck, strict ways. It's about you letting the new ideas you've got coming in of how you're going to be, surrender to that. Go with that. Go with the flow. Let things, this different you, come out to the surface. Release anything from the past that you don't need hanging around anymore. It's time for a new beginning. It's time for you to move forward. Look, time to go. And underneath the pack, which I'm not going to read, but it was there, it says go for it. It's about you moving forward. So it says the sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with the avenues in your life. So look, it's time for you to leave one avenue behind and move on to the next. It says, see the beauty within each sunset in your life and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of new beginnings, and we are with you through each phase and each cycle. So it doesn't matter, that you refused in the past to not transform, because they are there for you. They're going to push you through now. They're going to make things transform. You'll leave things, old habits, old patterns behind, and you'll transform and move into the new. So beautiful, beautiful message there for you guys. So do take care. Please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.